Good morning, children. Welcome back to our geography class. In our last class in manufacturing industries, we have discussed about the first industry in agro-based industries, that is the cotton textiles industry. And at the end of today's class, you will be able to learn about the remaining agro-based industries. Those are jute industry and sugar industry. Jute textiles. India is the largest producer of raw jute and jute goods, children. India stands at second place as an exporter after Bangladesh. So, Bangladesh stands first in jute export. Do you know why? As you all know that we got independence in 1947. In 1947, Bangladesh is not a part of India, it is separated. So, after the partition in 1947, the jute mills remained in India, but 3/4 of the jute producing area went to Bangladesh. That is why it occupied first place and we occupy second place. And most of the jute mills are located in the West Bengal, and the reason is India's 70% of jute comes from the West Bengal, and the remaining 30% comes from the neighboring states. So in West Bengal, the jute mills are located on the banks of river Hooghly. It's a narrow belt, children, or thin belt. Though it's a narrow belt, it is very much suitable for growing of jute, its processing and manufacturing also. Then, in this jute industry, the most frequently asked question is what are the factors that are responsible for the location of jute industries in the Hooghly Basin, children? You can all call basin or Hooghly plains. The reasons are first one, proximity of the jute producing areas. Proximity means nearness or close by. So jute is produced around the Hooghly river. Next factor is inexpensive water transport. Water transport is the cheapest mode of transport, as you all know that. The third factor is good network of railways, roadways and the waterways. So all these facilitate the movement of raw material to the mills. Next one is abundant water is available for processing of raw jute. As you all know that jute processing requires a lot of water which is easily available on Hooghly Basin. Okay, so it takes around 8 months to grow jute plant. They cut them and soak in water so that the outer layer gets decomposed. Then the raw jute is obtained from that. So it is clean and they dry that. For all these processes, they require a lot of water, children. So next factor is cheap labor. Next factor is cheap labor. Now let's talk about the sugar industry, children. India stands second in the world in sugar manufacturing. First place occupied by Brazil. So whatever sugar which is produced in the India, 50% of it comes from the Brazil and around 25% comes from India. So but it comes to production of gur or ghansari, it means jaggery. In manufacturing of jaggery, children, we rank first. So in India, the production of jaggery is more than sugar production. Sugar industry is a raw material oriented industry. It means wherever and whichever regions produce sugar cane, near those areas only we will find sugar industries. So sugar industries are established near the sugarcane growing centers. The raw material which is used in this industry is heavy and bulky, children. As you all know that what's the meaning of heavy and bulky? Yes. The next one is the cost of transportation of raw materials. It is more than that of transportation of finished product, which means sugar. Because if we carry 10 trucks of sugarcane to industry, finally we will get only 1 truck of sugar. So, and this is a weight losing industry, children. If you delay in transport, the sucrose content which is present in the sugar cane reduces. Sucrose content is nothing but the sweetness in the sugar cane. So that's why when you cut the sugar cane, it should be transported to sugar industry and must be processed within a day, and otherwise the amount of we will get from the sugar cane will reduce. That's why as early as possible it should be taken to the industry and process it. The one more drawback in this industry is that it is seasonal in nature. So that's why this is ideally suited for the cooperative sector. I told you as already that the farmers who are living in that areas, they themselves will establish the industry for the processing of sugarcane into sugar. As we all know that it takes one complete year. Sugarcane you'll not get in months, children. It takes a complete year for its growth. Okay, so 60% of the sugar mills are located in the Uttar Pradesh and Bihar. 662 mills are located in different states, children, especially Uttar Pradesh and Bihar, and also in Maharashtra, Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh, Telangana in the south, and then the northern states like Gujarat, Punjab, Haryana, etc. And now you'll be getting one more question from sugar industry, children, that is, there is a tendency for the sugar mills to shift and concentrate in the southern and western states. Explain. So this is a simple question, children. The answer is very simple. Listen to me carefully. The South India experience tropical climate. So this kind of climate is very much suitable for the long growing season of sugarcane. As you all know that sugarcane takes one complete year for its growth. And the sugarcane which is produced here in the South India has a high sucrose content. It means high sweetness in the sugarcane. The cooler climate in the south also ensures a longer crushing season. Okay, so now let's see the major challenges faced by the sugar industry. Yes, the first one is the seasonal nature of the industry. As I told you that we get the sugarcane production for only once in a year because it grows the whole year. It grows in the whole year. So, second one is the old and inefficient methods of production. As we all know that these sugarcane industries are established 30 years old. So that's why 30 years ago they have established the machinery also 30 years old. Third one, moreover, the cooperatives are more successful in certain states like Maharashtra, and only in Maharashtra, but not all the states. And transport delay in reaching cane to the factories also most important drawback for this industry, children. And the last one is we need to maximize the use of bagasse. Though the bagasse gives a very bad and foul smell, it is very much useful, children. So bagasse is nothing but the waste of sugar cane after its crushing. So we can use it for fuel or we can use it for the paper making, etc. Okay, that's all for today, children. Thank you for watching.